here? How am I here?
Yacht party.
Yeah. Thank you, Megan Small. Yeah, the king posed with Blackpink and Megan pulls over a random Asian. They paid $100 to do the same. Let's keep in mind that, yeah. And for some reason, those people never have a high definition camera. It's always like they have the 1920s camera. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, as you can see, this is yesterday. Suddenly, they always find the Duchess of Sussex. This is from an Instagram account. Always picture Meghan. It's always like the 1920s cameras. Don't you guys agree? Isn't it awful? I really think it's awful. Now, I bet you not very many of you, probably nobody knew that Harry was not there to represent Invictus. This event that they attended, or that they were hired to do, was actually a celebration of acceptance, Canucks to host 5th annual Autism Acceptance Night. That was what the whole event was about. And they raised over $2.2 million, which has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan Markle. And I pray to God that Harry and Meghan Markle are not getting any money out of this event, because it was for autistic. And this is why we see Meghan mocking the person who was singing the Canadian national anthem was autistic. So yes, let that sink in, because it's not the first time Harry and Meghan, mostly Meghan have done that. They have mocked people with disabilities before. But yeah, Meghan was mocking the autistic person who was proudly singing the Canadian national anthem. Okay, so this is what the event was about. It was not about the Invictus Games. Harry had nothing to do with that. Thank you, Megan Small, for that. Okay, thank you very much. And they've done it. They've done this before. This is, if I remember correctly, I can do one better. Yes. Do you guys remember when Princess Charlotte fell, Meghan Markle laughing? In that same event, one of the Queen's closest friends who was parading on horse, thank you, Meghan Mole, fell off the horse and injured himself badly. And Meghan Markle immediately started laughing. You could see the difference because Princess Catherine and even Harry were like grimacing. It's like, oh my God, that must have hurt, you know? But no, not Meghan, because she finds other people's pains funny. Just to give you an idea, that very early on, at least Michelle Obama could spot a fake. And she could spot that Meghan Markle, something was not right, that the elevator did not reach the penthouse in Meghan Markle's head, and that she was somehow some sort of a grifter. But she didn't want to voice it because, you know, everybody, she had too much respect for the royal family, and this is what Meghan Markle has been banking on all this time. Meghan Markle's attitude alarmed Michelle Obama after royal wedding. Michelle Obama was reportedly alarmed by Meghan Markle's attitude during her first meeting at a book event in 2018. According to a new biography detailing the royals' public and private lives. This is according to Tom Bauer. In a chapter of Revenge, assessing Meghan's struggles with life in the royal spotlight following her marriage to Prince Harry in May 2018, Bauer has claimed that the Duchess sought out friendship with former First Lady Michelle Obama and hoped to form a connection while the global figure was in London promoting her memoir. Meghan spotted an opportunity after Michelle Obama arrived in London to promote her best-selling autobiography, Bauer writes of the royals' intent on meeting Obama. Having secured tickets to hear the former First Lady make her inspirational speech in the Royal Festival Hall on 3rd December 2018, she went backstage afterwards to meet her hero. Determined to fashion a special relationship. In other words, Meghan, she has no idea of any personal space or boundaries. Determined to fashion a special relationship, Meghan had also arranged that they would meet again for dinner at George Clooneys' house near Windsor. So Meghan was not only, she was disposing, she knew that what she was doing was wrong, because why not invite her to Frogmore Cottage or Kensington Palace through like proper channels? Instead, she's disposing of Amal Clooney's and George Clooney's home in Windsor to organize a dinner and without consulting Michelle Obama if she was okay with it. It's like, I'm going to organize a dinner at George and Amal Clooney's house near Windsor, and you're going to attend without any regards to anybody. As an idol to be emulated, Michelle Obama was also a good source of advice and consolation for Meghan. Bauer then goes on to claim that Obama was somewhat taken aback by the Duchess' forthright attitude and underestimation of the high level of respect that the former First Lady had for the Queen, someone she has praised on a number of occasions since leaving the White House. The Duchess, Bauer wrote, appears not to have appreciated how much the Obamas admire the Queen. Meghan's attitude alarmed Michelle. Her advice to Meghan was delivered in public. The shade. In a warning note, she added, like me, Meghan probably never dreamt she'd have a life like this. No deal. The pressure you feel can sometimes feel like a lot. Meghan, Obama suggested, should be reasonable. That's like asking, I don't know, for pigs to fly. Obama suggested should be reasonable. What I'd say is that there's so much opportunity to do good with a platform like that, and I think Meghan can maximize her impact for others, as well her own happiness if she's doing something that resonates with her personally. We know that what resonates for Meghan personally is money, 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 me, 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 me. Let's not forget that vulgarity. Let's go on to Amal Clooney now. Let's not forget the vulgarity of the baby shower that cost over $500,000 to organize, where Amal flew Meghan back and forth to the United Kingdom for a weekend in New York for a baby shower. And she flew her in her private jet. Amal Clooney and Serena Williams threw Meghan Markle a $270,000 baby shower. But that's just the shower itself. We're not including the cost of the hotel, which is very expensive, and the flights back and forth, plus the dinners and everything. This is just the baby shower itself, right? And notice how they put Amal Clooney's names above Serena Williams, in spite of the fact that Serena Williams falsely claims to be friends with Meghan Markle. Do you think that the reservations that Michelle Obama had were true? Because Amal Clooney joins Michelle Obama and Melinda Gates in Malawi to pledge to end child marriage, marriage within a generation, as she praises their lovely and organic friendship. Yeah, just like Amal formed a natural friendship with Meghan Markle because she lived in the United Kingdom. It's very interesting that this happened after Amal Clooney went to Meghan Markle's wedding, even though she never met her. And after the wedding, George and Amal Clooney invited Harry and Meghan, along with Eugenie and her husband, to their villa, and they flew them in their private plane, by the way, of course, because Meghan, of course, it's offensive for her to fly commercial now, even if it's first class. But anyways, so Amal Clooney goes to Meghan Markle's wedding without knowing her. She meets her there. Then she invites her to her home in Lake Como. Then she flies her, again, in her private plane back and forth to New York and organized a baby shower that cost what a house cost in the United States. And then, And now, after that, Amal and George Clooney have been invited and being part of the Princess Trust, because she helped, she is an ambassador for the Prince Charles Princess Trust with a program for female empowerment. Meghan is it was the vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. A woman of some color, I don't know which one, but she is a woman of color. Yet she wasn't invited to go to Malawi. Yes, beautiful people. In 2019, the then Prince Charles, invited George and Amal Clooney, well, mostly Amal Clooney, to be an ambassador for the Princess Trust in a program for female empowerment. This is in 2019. And Meghan wasn't invited. She wasn't there. And this is back in 2019. We have this strip. We have Michelle Obama saying that Meghan Markle hey, be reasonable. Don't be a grifter. Take your time. And they're right. Is that why she was not invited to such an important thing? Because something like this should be a cause for Meghan Markle to be a champion of, with the likes of Michelle Obama and Amal Clooney. Why wasn't she invited? Because both women know that Meghan Markle is a grifter. Everybody in this world is aware that Meghan Markle is a grifter, is a nobody who basically is using an idiot prince to merchandise herself and her kids. Now, why this fallout? Why this fallout? I mean, Meghan is in the United States now. Why isn't Michelle Obama, jumping at the bits to have Meghan Markle there with her? Why isn't she inviting Meghan Markle? Why is Meghan Markle at a Canucks game trying to hit on a younger hockey player? Hijacking an event for autism, and shame on the Canadian authorities that allow that to happen. Shame on them. Because that event was for autism. It wasn't for the Invictus game. So the Invictus game, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hijacked an event. Is that why the fallout? It is happening. Why is that why Michelle Obama and Amal Clooney did not have Meghan Markle? Because they know that she will make a circus, a spectacle of everything that Meghan Markle touches turns to shit. Her brand is toxic. They know that she doesn't care for anybody other than herself. Meghan Markle doesn't even care about her children. How many nights are there? And neither does Harry, by the way, guys. Because Harry is as complicit as Meghan Markle with everything that they're both doing. So now suddenly Amal Clooney is working with King Charles in different projects, completely ignoring Meghan Markle. Let's not forget that Amal Clooney had in July, her foundation had an event to give an award for women that are incredibly resilient. Why wasn't Meghan Markle there? How can Amal Clooney throw her a baby shower, have her in her home, allow Meghan Markle to dispose of her home near Windsor, so Meghan Markle thinks it's her home because she's going to organize the dinner for Michelle Obama at Amal Clooney's home? Is it because they both know that Meghan Markle is absolutely, she has no boundary, she has no respect for anybody, and as soon as she meets you, she takes over your life and she disposes of your life for her sick plans, and it's all for her own advertising, for her to be me. Let's not forget that the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, guys, was created a month before Harry and Meghan's wedding. And it was created with them in mind to be the head of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, which is dear to Queen Elizabeth. If you didn't know that, the Queen's Commonwealth Trust was created in April, and Harry was made president and Meghan vice president. This is why that thing on Netflix was even more shocking and more appalling, that they hired experts to say that the Commonwealth was colonization 2.0, basically to trash everything the Queen has said. And then Meghan Markle said, coming out saying, I would have done or approached the Netflix thing differently. She was making the thing. Archwell was in charge of that Netflix documentary, which is why she's in hot waters right now, because she had Bosie in there and Samantha suing her ass. So, isn't that a shame? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that Amal Clooney and George Clooney just went to Meghan Markle's wedding just to get in with the royals? Because they had been friends with Eugenie and for a long time, because Eugenie's husband was working for Casamigos, that George Clooney used to own. Do you think that the moment that George Clooney and Amal Clooney saw a way into King Charles, to Prince Charles then, they took it because Eugenie wasn't making it happen for them. Eugenie was not introducing them to King Charles, to Prince Charles back then. Whereas Meghan was introducing them to Prince Charles because Prince Charles was at that event, at that wedding night reception. So that's when Amal Clooney and George Clooney basically offer their services or their friendship to the king, to the now king. So do you think that Amal used Meghan Markle and then discarded her? Just like, isn't it amazing? Just like Meghan is doing to other people, George and Amal Clooney are doing to Meghan Markle. Because why would they need her? And this is what everybody's doing with Meghan Markle. She is just a means to an end. Exactly what Meghan Markle is doing to other people. She doesn't understand that this is what people are doing to her, what she's doing to others. She doesn't understand that Oprah is using her, that Tyler Perry is using, or she doesn't care. If she understands, she doesn't care as long as she gets the attention she wants. Which is why she's not with Amal Clooney or Michelle Obama and Melinda Gates on that trip. Because they know that this woman has no values, no boundaries, no respect, and most importantly, she doesn't really care. All these causes that she champions. I mean, she showed up at the Justice for Women, I think, event. All the women that were there, they were not the original women that were supposed to be there. They were changed to make it more pleasing to the eye when she took the pictures. She arrived in a convoy to take pictures, which she monetized, by the way, because Meghan wants control and to monetize every gig she gets, because she looks at coming and showing up at these places as a gig. So she wants to make sure, because all the pictures taken at the Justice for Women are trademark Archwell. And all the money and sold, and that money goes to Meghan Markle. It doesn't go to the Justice for Women. Those pictures are not auctioned. We haven't heard of. The pictures are sold and all the profits are going to Justice for Women. We haven't heard that. So we know that Meghan Markle would absolutely want absolute control and to merchandise that Malawi event, that charitable effort by Michelle Obama, Amal Clooney, and Melinda Gates. What do you guys think? Do you think Michelle Obama was right and Meghan could have been a force for good? But how can you can't make a snake a dog. You can turn a snake into a dog. Snake bites, slimy, slithery. A dog is faithful, loving, unconditional. Meghan doesn't even love her kids. And she can barely stand that idiot Harry. I mean, what do you guys think?